What's up, mama? You want to eat healthy, right? And then you're like, cool, so I'm going to do that. So like, do I just cut out everything now? Like, where do I put the chips? Where do I put like a piece of chocolate? Where do I put candy? Where do I put, are they all gone? Like, what constitutes as healthy? How do I do this? Ever felt like that? When you're like, oh my gosh, I want to eat healthy, but also like, what does it all mean, right? My name is Amanda Fisher of AmandaFisherCoaching.com. I help moms just like you create badass self-confidence in your bodies and in your minds using simple but powerful food, like I'm going to teach you today, and fitness strategies that are going to help you like get back into that rock your happy place in your body feeling place in the least amount of time as possible. Because we are busy moms. We don't have loads of discretionary time, right? So let's dive in today. This conversation was spawned from a client of mine who asked me just the other day, how many grams of carbs is too many grams of carbs for chips? And I'm like, I don't know. Let's discuss, right? I need more information. I need more context. And so what this roundabout conversation was, I'm going to share it with you, was a kind of a like, help me understand how to include chips in my life, even though I want to eat healthy, right? Help me understand how to do this in a way that really fits and feels good for me, right? So often when we're trying to eat healthy, we're like, okay, so like I get the protein thing and I get the vegetable thing and I know you want me to eat healthy carbs and whatever and enjoy it all, Amanda. I get that. But like, how do I do that with foods that I actually freaking enjoy? Like, do I just swear off chips, swear off Diet Coke, swear off McDonald's French fries, swear off like a square of dark chocolate or like 3 squares of dark chocolate? Do I swear all of that off and never eat it again and like literally suck the joy out of my life? Or is there a better way to do it, right? There's a better way to do it. There's a way that feels really, really good to do it. I promise. It feels amazing. And it feels like you're not really doing anything, right? So here's what I mean. I'm going to walk you through an example. So this particular client, I know she loves chips. She loves freaking chips and dip, right? Like she lives for crunchy chips. That's her thing. So we could do this 2 ways. We could tell her, hey, don't ever eat chips again. Don't ever eat chips again. They're not healthy. They're not a health food, right? They're not going to get you anywhere closer to your goals, and they're not going to make you feel good, and they're going to give you high blood pressure. Don't ever eat chips. We could tell her that. And what would happen? What would happen to you? I'm a rebel. I know what would happen to me. I would be like, she told me never to eat Doritos again. Okay, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to start tomorrow. So today, I'm going to go buy like 7 bags of Doritos and eat the shit out of them. And then like tomorrow I'll be good and start then, right? Or I would be like, nope, no Doritos. Doritos aren't healthy. I'm never eating Doritos. Oh my God, I can't believe how unhealthy Doritos are. And then I would be like, but I want them. I would see somebody else eating them and I'd be like, I want those Doritos. I want those Doritos. I want those Doritos. Okay, nope, no Doritos. Okay, but like 3 days later, I'm like, holy shit, I can't stop thinking about Doritos. Buy Doritos, eat the whole thing, right? Eat the whole bag. Not just like I told myself I was going to eat a handful. Now I ate the whole bag. Ever been there? I've totally been there, right? So we could do it that way. And ultimately that way really just kind of sucks the joy right out of your life, right? Been there too. And it really like teaches you the opposite of confidence and health with your food. It teaches you that there is this certain, there are only healthy foods like chicken breast and broccoli and apples with peanut butter and, lean protein and always eating salads and whatever. And then there's unhealthy, right? The opposite end of the spectrum. Everything joy-filled is over here. What if we, pay attention, this is big, just change like the terminology to like, what do I need my meal to do for me right now, right? What if we adopted the idea that foods aren't good or bad or healthy or unhealthy? They're actually just freaking neutral things like that have no bearing on, health or whatever. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But for this instance, let's just say that they're just completely freaking neutral, right? So let's get back to my client. Like she really just wants to eat chips in a way that feels good for her. That feels like it's her choice, right? That feels like it's an intentional action that she's taking for herself to allow enjoyment or to have that enjoyment from food, right? Which is absolutely healthy. That's absolutely healthy. Enjoyment is synonymous with health, right? You should you should feel good and enjoy how that experience feels for you. You're allowed to enjoy eating food, right? It's not just fuel and blah, blah, blah. So how do we do that then in a way that feels freaking good in your mind? Like, I feel like I really actually did take care of my health, and I really did move the dial closer to where I want to be and what I want to feel like. And I also like enjoyed the whole process. Does it ever feel like that? Like, can it just be easy? Can it just be me making a meal like that, where I just sit, like I open up the fridge and I'm like, oh, what can I really go for? What does my body need, and how can I actually give it to her, but also like enjoy that process? Why can't it just be simple, right? Here's how I do that. I do add health to every plate, right? I call it my power plate method, right? I think I've talked about it here before. I add a protein to most meals that I eat, right? I add a vegetable or a fruit to most meals that I eat. Not everyone, but most meals, right? I add a super like healthy carbohydrate to most meals, right? And I make sure that whatever the combination is on that plate, it's enjoyable. I'm into it. I'm loving it, right? And it feels good for me. Let's put it in the context of my chip-loving client, right? Who likes chips and dip, and that's just her thing. Let's say that she's going to have that for lunch, right? She's going to like, how can she have chips for lunch? How can she make it feel good and healthy, right? Okay, maybe she had some like leftover freaking like chicken or steak from last night's supper, right? And so she threw that together inside of a Tupperware container to bring with herself to work. So she had something on hand for lunch, right? And then she was like, oh wait, I need a produce. What could that be? Oh cool, I have like this handful of like baby carrots in the fridge, and I could pack a little like, ranch dip to dip those in and enjoy that, right? And I also have some like fresh strawberries. Cool. So I got like two produces. So I'm going to bring a few strawberries. I'm going to bring a few baby carrots with my, with my steak or with my chicken. And now I'm like, I kind of got this really nice, like I got 3 parts of the equation, right? I've got a protein, 2 parts. I've got a produce, right? And I'm kind of like enjoying this whole like dipping the carrots in ranch thing. So that's cool. I could really go for some crunch. I could really go for some chips. I could really go for some Doritos. I could really go for whatever. Dude, you still have a carbohydrate left. Is chips like a perfect carbohydrate? I don't freaking know. What if chips were just neutral in this situation, right? Why can't you have a handful of chips with that meal? Why not? Why not? So let's put this in context for a second. We could either tell ourselves chips are bad. We're never eating chips, right? You're unhealthy if you eat chips. And then you go make yourself a meal that doesn't include chips, and it's really boring, and you feel unfulfilled, and you still want the damn chips 3 hours later because you didn't allow yourself to have them for lunch. So now you find yourself at the gas station buying emergency chips, right? And not just 1 bag, but 2, because you told yourself no earlier in the day. So really what happened was you ended up overeating the damn chips, right? Or you could do it the happy, sane person way, right? Where you're like, hey, I like to enjoy my food. I like to eat healthy. I like to make sure that everything's kind of neutral. And I'm always just kind of tuning in and balancing out my plates. I have this leftover chicken from supper last night. Cool, there's my protein for lunch. I have these baby carrots in my fridge. Cool, that's produce. Oh, I have some strawberries too. Yum. Like double produce. Look at me going on my health, right? Like I'm kicking ass at health. I really could go for some freaking cool ranch Dorito chips. Cool. And then you just add that handful or that small bag or the whatever into your meal. And like the drama's gone, right? You ate the chips. You enjoyed the shit out of it. You also felt satisfied from that entire freaking meal, right? Meanwhile, at 3 p.m., you're like, I am still crushing on energy. You feel so completely satisfied that you don't need to go steal your coworker's candy dish or her bag of Doritos because you feel really good about how you fueled yourself at lunch. You enjoyed, yes, but you also healthed up, right? You balanced it all out. It was relaxed, right? Guess what you probably do at 3 p.m. then? You're like, you know what? I'm not eating supper till 6 o'clock. That's like 3 hours from now. I need a little something. my guess is you're more apt to grab like a cheese stick and an apple to carry you through until supper than going to raid a gas station for gas station food because you didn't honor what you were actually hungry for earlier in the day. AKA, you actually ate an amount of food that felt really good and really energizing and really healthy on your body, right? And your brain didn't tell you stories about how you're bad or how you're unhealthy and how you're like, my God, I should never honor my chip cravings and whatever, right? AKA, you probably ate way less this way, eating the damn chips, than you did the other way where you told yourself that chips were bad, right? So when you're getting in your head just a little bit about like, oh my God, I'm going to get healthy. I want to eat healthy. No more chips, no more candy, no more chocolate, no more booze, no more wine, no more joy, right? That's really what you're telling yourself is, I am not allowed to enjoy this stuff. No dairy, no gluten, no blah, 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 right? AKA you're stealing the joy from eating, right? What you're actually telling yourself is, I want to feel in control and feel really good about how I'm eating. I want to be able to choose that for myself. I want to feel like I'm honoring my body with my health and also with my enjoyment, right? That's not a label that's called healthy or unhealthy. That's a neutral thing. And once we take away those labels and like start to tune in and honor, yes, what we want to eat, but also make a conscious choice to balance out our plates and honor that chip stuff and the other stuff, right? Any which way that feels good for us. And that also balance the equation a little bit. We realize, whoa, I feel really satisfied. And this was really simple. And this was like not a dramatic event where I have to deprive myself of things. And it's also not a way of eating that requires a fancy name, right? Like calorie counting, like sugar-free, like keto, like, I don't know, what are the other fancy terms that everybody likes to throw? Flexible dieting, like any of that stuff. It's just honestly very simple, balanced, healthy, energizing, freaking satisfying eating. You should try it sometime. It's super fun over here. If you need more help with any of this kind of stuff that I outlined for you today, I have 2 resources for you. You let me know which one you want in the comments. I have a Kick Your Cravings cheat sheet that I can send straight over to you, and it's super helpful for those of you who are like, I feel like all I'm doing is craving shit. How can I handle this a little bit better? And it's a little bit of a checklist as to how to walk yourself through those cravings and how to kind of kick them naturally, right? Or I have my very free mini course, of course it's very free or it's free, my free mini course called Balanced Meal Breakthrough. And inside of it, I teach you exactly how to love how you eat, build a healthy meal plan for you, and actually feel really like a freaking ninja unicorn, awesome badass type person who just does that like on the fly at the drop of a hat. I have that as well. Let me know which resource you want in the comments, okay? Guess what? You can totally do this healthy eating thing, and chips and all the other foods like chips that you want to say are unhealthy can totally be healthy in your life. And you can be like totally in love with how you eat. For realsies, the drama is gone. It's way more fun this way. I promise you can be a foodie and love how you eat and still be a healthy badass too. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.